Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look here again at Bitcoin, seeing what's going on. 56,900 right now. So that is quite the drop. Unfortunately, we'd missed our short, of course, here, waiting for confirmation at 59,500. Bitcoin has been taking off at weird random times, normally early in the trading cycle and or late in the trading day effectively. We see these kind of movement, but now it's starting to hit at all times. So just be very careful taking trades right now. Keep your head on a swivel. I got the question here from my community. Why are we not taking a long position now that we've secured all profits to the downside? Because we did take profit here from 60,000 down to 56 at 46% here in the last week from Bitcoin. And generally speaking, when we see stuff like that, we want to make sure that we are just careful and we don't just jump right back in. But this may also be a good opportunity. A lot of times my final profit target will absolutely be in the range of where I want to take a long position or flip the reverse directions essentially, right? It's usually really close to a key level support. In this case here, a support level at about potentially 57,000. Now we're going to talk about liquidation first and see what that looks like. And then kind of pivot into some larger time frame fib levels. We do need to update our fibs on our chart just because we can't keep adjusting our fib levels based on every single hourly candlestick closure because we don't know where the bottom is, right? So generally speaking, you want to go with a larger time frame to get that definitive line. And if I remember correctly, 56,800, 56.8 should be that key level support based on 0.5 fib. If we do zoom in here, though, we can see 55,000 as low as 53.5 as a rough estimate of accumulation from some late longs here. But if we zoom out a little bit and we kind of look, there is a lot of liquidation at 54,000. So each one of these bars is worth somewhere between 3 to 5 billion. So we're looking somewhere in the range of 12 to 15 billion alone at 54,000. Secondary to that, these are some higher leverage longs at about 4.5 billion total at 55,200. Okay, that's just below the more recent low here because we came all the way down to about 56K. All right, so what does all that mean? Well, let's go ahead and make some sense of this here, folks. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's get some better fib levels here, kind of go from there. So we're going to take our more recent low to our more recent high and kind of take a look here. There's that 55.8, 55.9.5 fib level. We wicked down almost exactly to that range. Okay, so again, fib levels are pretty accurate, folks. It's really good to kind of make sure you utilize that in your tool bag. So make sure you use that. Just make sure you're not a tool bag as a person, right? There's a difference. So when you take a look at the daily time frame, let's quickly note the moving averages. We can recognize we're still below all four. Nothing much has changed here on the daily. In fact, we keep getting rejected by this 50 range on the RSI and stochastic pulling back or soon to pull back. We're likely due to continue lower. Okay, again, it just makes sense now that we've broken this lower support range on this more recent rectangle type of pattern. Okay, so again, the price was bouncing up, bouncing down. When range bound activity occurs, you can expect the previous resistance level to be retested, which it wasn't at 61,300. Instead, it broke down to the downside here. So what we can presume here moving forward is that the price does recover. We'll see a rejection off 58,000. The price may pull back. Okay, and again, 58,000 just based on candlestick closures here on the hourly, we could see 58,000 as that previous support level. We'll presume it's going to work as a resistance moving forward. 4 hour time frame, rejected off of 50 there perfectly. We can see stochastic pulling back and of course MACD diverging. Okay, so in general here, everything is fully bearish. That's exactly why we wait to break above the 20 and the 50-day SMA, as I mentioned earlier today in my analysis. That is a point of contention, a local point of control. It makes sense as to why the price pulled back because there was just way too much selling pressure, not enough people wanting to buy at that level. Okay, now there's a lot of interest in buying this lower range, but we need a little bit of time to be able to kind of determine which way it's going to go now. I know it's crazy, right? How much longer are you going to wait to take a trade, right? Hadn't I waited, I would have been in profit right now with that short. That's true, but I don't care too much about that. I'd much rather wait and miss an opportunity than to take a trade that's forced, okay? So again, it's okay, pump the brakes, relax, no big deal, we'll get the next one. If we do take a look here, let me go and remove this alert. We can see that we're in a position right now on the hourly that we're not going to be confirming a lot of reasons to take a long position. Okay, so now that we've broken bearish, we got to recognize that there's a distinct probability the price action will reject at 58K, possibly even 57.5. That is that local fib level, that macro fib of about 0.382. So now that we're below that, you can kind of see here, look at this, 1, 2, 3 attempts to break that range, and now that we've broken below, we're going to need a few attempts to break back up above it. Okay, that's generally what we're looking at there. So all things considered here, we're looking pretty good in the overall sense. For those considering short trades, I would definitely wait for a long position. It's not ideal conditions to take a long. We're in a position right now where we got to just kind of wait and confirm. I'm going to be looking for a short position in the 57.5 to 58K range. And again, it'd probably be best to maybe consider waiting for confirmation. And I know you're probably questioning, what does confirmation look like? It comes in different forms. But at this point here, waiting for that level to be retested is ideal. Okay? So that's kind of what we got there. I hope this makes sense for you. Thanks again so much for watching. And I do look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.